A monk was passing by a capital city of a famous king. While walking, he noticed a single currency coin on the road. He picked it up. As he was satisfied with his simple living, he had no use of that coin. So he planned to donate that coin to the one who is in utter need of that coin. He walked around the city throughout the day but couldn't find any needy in that prosperous city. Finally, he went on to his hut to rest for the night. Next morning, he wakes up and sees that king is going to a war with his army. The king noticed the monk and stopped to take his blessings on the way. And he said that he is going to a war with another state to expand the territories of his state, so please bless him with victory. After giving it a thought, the monk brought out that coin and gave that single currency coin to the king. The king looked confused as to what use can this single currency coin can be for the king, as he was already one of the richest king that has ever lived on the earth. The king curiously asked that what will he do of that single currency coin. The monk answered that I found this coin while walking around your city, but as I had no use for it, so I decided I'll give it to someone who is really needy of this coin. But as I was walking around your prosperous city, I could not find a single person who was dissatisfied with what they had in their life. So I could not find a single worthy person who deserves this coin. But the king of this prosperous nation still has a desire to gain more and more and more, and is not satisfied with what he has already achieved. So the monk said that I feel that you are in real need of this coin. Hence the monk said that you are the most needy person. That is why you deserve this coin more than anyone else. This is the best time to be alive in the history of humanity. We have convenience, we have the luxury of thoughts, we have advanced healthcare system, we have internet to share our wisdom, we have freedom to express our thoughts. We are the least violent humans in the history of Homo sapiens. We are the most protected humans in the history of Homo sapiens. Still, stress-related health issues, anxiety disorders and depressions have seen a whopping number of increase in the last 20 years. We have infinite number of things that we see every day. We have infinite number of things that we want to see every day. We have infinite number of things that we learn every day. We have infinite number of things that we want to learn every day. We have infinite number of stuff that we think are essential for our survival. Still, we have infinite number of stuff that we think we have to buy. All these infinite number of more and more and more turns into desire, and desire, if not controlled, manifests itself into suffering. Now, some people argue that they need desire for motivation, they need desire for progress, they need desire to keep them on the track of ambitions, and they advocate that there is nothing wrong in the desires. Well, yeah, but no. Desires are inherent in nature. Every Homo sapien has those desires. If he does not has those desires, then he is not a Homo sapien. But there is a big but, right? There are healthy desires and there are unhealthy desires. Healthy desires drive best of our efforts in life to achieve the success that we always deserved. But what are unhealthy desires? What if those healthy desires turns into your craving, or it turns into your obsession? And obsession has more intensity than any desire can behold. So there is a sleek line between healthy desires and healthy desires turning into the monsters of obsession that are unhealthy desires. Unhealthy desires or obsessions are the monster that consumes up everything that comes in their way. And to stop it, well, no power on the earth can stop obsession. Hence comes into the equation the paradox of desires. This advanced materialistic world is designed to imprint us with a feeling that if we have more, we'll be more happier. If we have more, we'll be more satisfied. If we have more, we'll be less stressed. If we have more, we are more prosperous. Just by owning all of it, we'll feel complete in our life. The Hollywood tells us in the movie Wall Street that greed is good, or the person who dies with the most toys wins. Well, no one remembers this guy, but everyone remembers this guy right here, right? How does one escape the paradox of desires and don't let that desire turn into the monster of obsession? If we contemplate desire, if we listen to them, we are no longer attaching to them. We are just allowing them to be the way they are. And then we realize that the origin of the suffering, the origin of the desire can be let aside and let go. Always remember that letting go is not getting rid of or not throwing it away. Let's say for an example, I am holding onto this clock, and you say that let go of it, but that does not mean to throw it out. I might think that just because I'm attached to it that I have to throw this away. We Homo sapiens tend to think that getting rid of any object or getting rid of any desire will remove our attachment towards it. But what if I contemplate attachment? What if I pause right here and stop and look, and I realize that there is no point in getting rid of this clock? I mean, it's a good clock. It tells perfect time and it is easy to carry around. The clock is not the problem. The problem is me holding on to this clock so tight that I cannot let it go. Same way, desire is never a problem. The problem is we holding on to our obsession of those desires so tight that we can never let it go. So what do I do of this clock? I'll put it aside when I don't need it. I'll pick it up again when I need it, and I'll put it aside when it is not necessary. Same way, never forget to put your thoughts aside when they are totally unnecessary. Now I encourage you to try this experiment on any one of your possessions that you totally love or any of your desires that you totally hold on to so tight. When a boy named Siddharth Gautam was on a journey of realizations to becoming Buddha, he realized that life itself is a form of suffering. That is, the rich suffers because of their riches, the poor suffers because of their poverty, people without a family suffers because they have no family, people with a family suffers because of their family, people who pursue the pleasures of the world suffer because of those pleasures of the world, people who abstain themselves from the pleasures of the world, they suffer because of their abstention. Buddha realized that some sufferings are more than the others, but we all suffer nonetheless. And that is why we have to stop chasing that illusion of the word happiness. Since childhood, we are bombarded this in our brain that if you get this, you will be happy. If you get this, you will be happy. Like if you get good education, you will be happy. If you get good college, you will be happy. If you get good job, you will be happy. If you follow that person, you will be happy. If you follow that religion, you will be happy. And that's the problem right here. The illusion of happiness that is created all around us like a bubble. Let me pop that bubble for you. That is, happiness can never be achieved. And why so? Because it's already with you. If you are not happy with your current situation, you will be never happy when you get to that new situation. It's like that movie Pursuit of Happiness. Stop chasing it and start recognizing it. You just need the right set of thoughts in your mind to help you recognize that the happiness you are already living in. Let me simplify this equation for you. Let's Google the word how to be happy. Lol, what? There are 7.33 billion results on how to be happy. And what is the current population of the world? That is 7.8 billion. So you mean to say that the number of people in the world and the number of material that tells us how to be happy is almost same? Let's now burn this illusion of how to be happy, because the desire for positive experience is itself a negative experience, and paradoxically speaking, the acceptance of negative experience is itself a positive experience. And this experience right here is referred to by the 20th century philosopher Alan Watts as the backwards law. The idea is that the more you pursue feeling better all the time, the less satisfied you become. The more desperately you want to be rich, the more poor and unworthy you feel, regardless of the money you make. The more you desperately want to be sexy and desired, the uglier you feel, regardless of your actual physical appearance. The more desperately we want to be happy and to be loved, we feel much sadder and much lonelier, regardless of the people who surround us. We will never be happy if we search what happiness is made of. We will never live our life if we keep looking for the meaning of the life. So if we apply Alan Watts' backwards law right here, it tells us that almost everyone in this world is unhappy or not truly happy. And if you look around you, that won't be an understatement. The law says that acceptance of negative generates positive. And that is true because the hard work that we do while working out generates a good and a healthy body. Failure in business helps us understand that what is necessary for success. Accepting our insecurities, accepting our flaws makes us more charismatic, open and confident around others. Honest apology generates trust and respect in any relationship. Suffering from our desires and obsessions generates courage and perseverance in our life. So instead of running from it, hiding from it, denying from it, or avoiding it,
dread it, run from it, destiny still arrives.
Let's embrace it to evolve into the situation. And that embracing and evolving will turn our life into a. As a parting gift, here's a quote for you in Sanskrit. Ashaya ye dasaste dasaha sarva lokasya. Asha yesham dasi tesham dasayate lokah. Which loosely translate to that people who are the servants of the desire are the servants of the whole world. And for those whom the desire is a servant, the whole world is a servant.